My name is Holcomb. I am a coach, a competitive powerlifter, I'm an Army reservist, I'm a full-time college student. I got into the sport of powerlifting at the age of 13, and it's kind of been an uphill battle. I've not always been the person that people see, and the accomplishments I've had this has been a great year for me. Currently, I am the strongest 82.5 keg, raw and classic raw powerlifter of all time. Currently, I'm the strongest raw 90 keg lifter. I hold 15 all-time world records to my name. I hold the highest deadlift of all time across the board of all weight classes at 622. And I have the highest raw wilks at the moment, and I'm the U.S. Open current winner. So powerlifting, like I said, I got into it at the age of 13, had a lot of traumatic events happen to me. I was sexually molested at the age of 13 by my stepfather, and at that point in time, it was hard because at 13, it's just something you just don't, I hope it on no one, and so at the age of 13, I didn't have the skills or even the mentality to deal with it, and so my first day in the weight room was 8th grade, and the moment I touched the weights, I knew it was my way to be strong, and I knew it was my way to make sure that what happened to me would never happen to me again. I just wanted to be strong. And so started powerlifting in high school as a freshman. I thought I was strong then. Yeah, that's very egotistical then, I will say, but I was decent in high school. Then I got out of high school, joined the military, and then believe it or not, I didn't want to get back into the sport because I was having a lot of pain as far as back pain, but that was just ignorance and not knowing how to properly train. I had a cross coach country, and she did the best she could, but she just had no idea about strength sports. And so I ended high school with a 405 deadlift to my name, a 360 squat, and a 185 press, but that was single ply. Then I met my ex-husband, and he kind of got me back into the sport of powerlifting, and it's been history since then. It's been a rough year, but it's been a very exciting year at the same time. You know, last August, so a lot of people, they see this athlete, they see CC Holcomb, but that's social media. I don't get caught up in social media. I was in the sport before social media was even a thing to me, before I can even learn how to, twiddle my thumbs. So I'm gonna do it whether I'm promoting myself on social media for my business or whether I'm just, I'm doing it because I genuinely love the sport. And so last August, life happened. Life happened for me. That's when my marriage kind of took a turn for the worse, and depression happened. I literally stopped lifting for a month, stopped lifting, stopped eating, just stopped wanting to be. I literally wanted to die, if I'm just being completely honest with you, because you're in a world to where everything is picture perfect, everything is set up, everything is going the way you expect for it to go. Then all of a sudden you get a gut check. But I remember early in the year, after my first time competing at the U.S. Open, I prayed to God. I'm a firm believer in Jesus Christ, and I said, God, I'm at this level here, and I want to get here. How do I get to the next level? And that's when everything in my life kind of just turned upside down. And so being able to, went to school, started school in the spring, but from about August to December, I had no idea what I was going to do. I had no idea who I was going to be. I had no idea where some days were easier than others. Some days I literally just laid in bed. But everybody sees me and they see the strong person, but nobody sees the pain. Or maybe they did and they just didn't want to truly tell me because I don't talk about it. Literally my first time truly opening up about it because I feel like I have to talk about it to help someone else overcome it. Because I'm very, very blessed with the success I've had. Going from a time to where I didn't want to get up out of bed, when it was hard to even just go, I literally just, it's tough. It was a very tough time for me, very dark time for me. And the one thing that kept me going was the weights. Being able to go into the gym and just express myself and the pain that I was feeling. And God blessed me with a best friend that came out of nowhere. And just having that constant support as far as, it's okay, CC. It's okay, but you can't quit. because I wanted to quit. And people see you, they see me on the platform, and they see all these records being broken, and none of that. I mean, it means something to me, but what means something to me now is being able to look back and go, it didn't break me. If anything, it made me stronger. It didn't stray me off the path that God has set for me. If anything, it aligned me where I was supposed to be, because I go back to that 13-year-old girl that said I wanted to be strong. And I just didn't realize what all she was going to have to go through, and still more to go through. But I look back, and I hope that, you know, when people look at me, they don't just see me for this strength athlete, as far as this person that can put up big numbers. They see me as somebody that's a fighter. They see me as someone that has not had this cookie cutter lifestyle, because I didn't come from a cookie cutter lifestyle. My mom was poverty. My grandparents were middle class. Had a mom that valued her men more than she valued me. And so I didn't come from a lifestyle to where everything was handed to me. I've literally had to work my butt off for everything that I've gotten to this far. And so I hope when people look at me, they can relate to me in terms of, if she can, I can too. It doesn't, you know, whether you're a male, whether you're a female, whether you're old, whether you're young, rich or poor, you can look at me and say, if she can make it, I can too. That's how, you know, when I look at it, I feel like sometimes God gives us his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, because I think about it, and I'm starting to realize that, you know, I was telling my best friend the whole meet prep, I was just like, I feel like I'm going through this to help someone else. This is much bigger than me. Winning the US Open, that was great, but the people that I've inspired means more to me, because I was afraid to talk about it. I was afraid I'm walking around like the happiest person I can be in front of my clients, in front of my classmates, and just in front of the small town I'm in, because I didn't want anybody to judge me. I didn't want anybody to see me weak, because people are so used to seeing me strong. And so it amazed me at how many people were able to just reach out and say, I'm proud of you, when I thought that so many people would be ashamed, or so many people would make fun. But so many people have just reached out and just said, thank you, because you've helped me. And that means that what I went through was worth it. If it can help just one person, it was worth it. Recently I'm from East Texas, small town, nobody town. I mean, we have a dollar store, okay, so we're big time, and you know, it's moving up. But the small town was called DeBerry, Texas. And I moved from DeBerry, Texas to San Antonio, Texas. Why such a big move? I just wanted to be new change, new start, healthier mind space, because I felt like I was performing at 50%, meaning I'm not my healthiest mentally, I'm not my healthiest physically, because I'm in such a toxic place of pain and hurt and depression. And so I have family in San Antonio, and then Jill Mills was, you know, reached out to her back in January, and she's just like, I would love to have you. Whenever you're ready to move, just let me know. So as if God was already aligning things up for me so that when it was time. And so I waited till after my last meet in Houston to make the move. I literally, no, this is gonna sound crazy. I competed on Saturday, drove home on Sunday, and I drove to San Antonio on Monday with the mindset of I'm not going back home until I find a place. But everything since then has lined itself up, and it's been fun. It's been exciting. Just the city has opened itself up to me. People that I didn't think would open themselves up to me have, and Jill has been truly amazing and making me feel like home. So I love that. But the move, for me, it's exciting. It's a new start. I was a part of Holcomb Barbell. That was something me and my ex-husband started, but I'm no longer associated with that. I just recently started my own team, my own brand, Go Powerlifting. And I know people hear GOAT and they want to think it's something egotistical, but it's not. I know GOAT stands for greatest of all time, but I feel like that means more to me than just stepping on a platform and putting up big records, or records are meant to be broken. Some brave female is gonna come along and she's gonna take CeCe's records. I can't wait to meet her, because I know she's gonna be awesome. But I look at the brand as my story in terms of, okay, CeCe, you face trials and tribulations, and each time where you wanted to quit, each time where you wanted to just, you know, just sit down and just say, you know what, I'm done. This is too hard. You found some way, you found the faith, you found the strength to get back up and fight. And so that's what GOAT powerlifting is. It's not about breaking records. I mean, if you break records, great, but let's be honest, what does that do for you other than ego? It's about being able to say I'm an individual that's a fighter. I'm not afraid of challenges. I'm not afraid of getting a hard programming because I know at the end of it, it's gonna make me better. And so it's something that means a lot to me. I'm excited. I have about 12 lifters now. It's steady growing and there's more people that are interested. So I hope a year from now, 10 years from now, I'm able to look back and it's something that's just not a brand, but it's something that everybody can invest into and feel empowered to be a part of.